The more you explain a career gap, the more suspicious it can sound. Ethan thinks more detail will make his answer safer. So he describes every date, family problem, rejection, and doubt. Maya stops writing about his experience and starts writing about risk. She is not judging the gap. She is trying to understand whether it is resolved. The better answer uses 4 moves: brief reason, relevant activity, ready now, target direction. I stepped away for a family caregiving responsibility that is now resolved. I kept my skills current through training and 2 short consulting projects. I am fully available now and focused on operations roles where I can improve cross-team delivery. That answer closes uncertainty, then returns the interview to value. The full difficult answer builder is inside Interview Preparation Workbook, linked below. But Ethan's first instinct is still to defend the entire timeline. He believes every unexplained month will look like a hidden problem. That fear creates the first mistake, answering questions the interviewer never asked. Most interviewers need 3 things: a clear fact, current readiness, and a credible direction. They usually do not need private history, emotional detail, or a month-by-month account. Use 1 sentence for the reason, and share only what you are comfortable sharing. A strong boundary sounds calm. I took time away for a family responsibility. A weak boundary keeps opening new doors. It started when my father became ill. The test is simple. Does this detail reduce uncertainty about your readiness? If it does not, remove it. The second mistake is trying to make the gap sound impressively productive. You do not need to turn time away into a heroic transformation. Mention training, consulting, volunteering, caregiving, or projects only when they are true. Ethan can defend his consulting work, so he gives 1 concrete example. I mapped a delayed handoff process and recommended 2 changes the client adopted. 1 verifiable example is stronger than a long list of vague activities. If you did no career-related work, do not invent one. State the situation briefly, confirm your readiness, and move to the role you want. Current readiness is more than saying, "I am ready." Show 1 recent signal, updated knowledge, a project, a credential, or a focus search. Maya asks Ethan how he stayed current during the gap. He names 1 course, 1 project, and what he can now do better. She now has evidence instead of reassurance. The third move is the bridge back to the job. Spend less time explaining the absence than proving the fit. Keep the complete answer around 30 to 45 seconds. Here is Ethan's weak version. I had several personal issues. The market was difficult, and I needed time to reconsider everything. The answer is honest, but it creates new questions about stability and direction. Here is the stronger version. I stepped away for a family responsibility that is now resolved. I stayed current through operations training and 2 project-based assignments. I am fully available and targeting roles where I can improve processes and team execution. Same history, less exposure, more professional direction. Avoid apologizing before the interviewer has expressed concern. I know this gap looks bad, teaches the interviewer to treat it as bad. State the fact without shame, blame, or a defensive speech. Also avoid guarantees you cannot make, such as "this will never happen again." Describe what is true now, not what no one can promise about the future. The situation is resolved, and I am available for full-time work is enough when accurate. If a constraint is ongoing, explain the workable boundary honestly. Interview Preparation Workbook helps you prepare concise answers before the interview. Its difficult answer builder organizes fact, ownership, learning, current capability, and a forward plan. Practice aloud, test follow-ups, and cut unnecessary detail. A follow-up question is not automatically an accusation. Answer the new question instead of restarting the whole timeline. What were you doing during that period? I handled the family responsibility and later completed 2 operations projects. Why are you returning now? The situation is stable, and this is the right time for a focused return. How quickly can you ramp up? My recent project used the same workflow tools, and I can show the result. Before the interview, ask 3 questions. Is it true? Does it reduce uncertainty? Does it return to fit? Ethan uses that check, answers once, and stops talking. Maya moves on to his leadership story, the evidence that should define the interview. Your gap needs a clear explanation, not control of the entire conversation. Explain it once. Prove you're fit for the rest. Next, learn how to answer Tell me about yourself without retelling your entire resume. Subscribe to Career Vector for practical systems you can use before your next interview.